Good morning, dear colleagues. Welcome to my session, Multicultural and Multilingual Classrooms. In order to understand our multicultural, multilingual classroom environments, we need to go back a little bit and think why people leave their homelands and why they come here. Immigration is generally encapsulated in two words, push and pull. Something pushed them out of their homeland and something pulled them to the United States. Now, obviously, in the earliest case of the slavery, they were not necessarily pushed from the homeland. It was global force. So we have forced migration. We had French, German, Italian, Chinese, Irish, and especially Greek immigrants in South Carolina. Immigration started in Ellis Island, the busiest immigrant inspection station for over 60 years, from 1892 until 1954. In the east, on Angel Island in San Francisco Bay in the west coast. Now we find immigrants from the Philippines, India, Thailand, Mexico, Central America, and Caribbean countries. And that is the gross number of immigrant students in our classrooms, especially in Sumter high schools and middle schools. Let's watch a video about Barack Obama.
That's not surprising.
Regarding
there are few things
immigration.
that are more important to us as a society than who gets to come here and call our country home. Who gets the privilege of becoming a citizen of the United States of America. That's a big deal. When we talk about that in the abstract, it's easy sometimes for the discussion to take on a feeling of us versus them. And when that happens, a lot of folks forget that most of us used to be them. We forget that. I mean, it's really important for us to remember our history. You know, unless you're one of the first Americans, a Native American, you came from someplace else. Somebody brought you. The Irish, who left behind a land of famine. The Germans, who fled persecution. The Scandinavians, who arrived eager to pioneer out west. The Polish, the Russians, the Italians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the West Indians, the huddled masses who came through Ellis Island on one coast and Angel Island on the other. Now, all those folks, before they were us, they were them. And when each new wave of immigrants arrived, they faced resistance from those who were already here. They faced hardship. They faced racism. They faced ridicule. But over time, as they went about their daily lives, as they earned a living, as they raised a family, as they built a community, as their kids went to school here, they did their part to build a nation. They were the Einsteins and the Carnegies, but they were also the millions of women and men whose names history may not remember, but whose actions helped make us who we are, who built this country hand by hand, brick by brick. They all came here knowing that what makes somebody an American is not just blood or birth, but allegiance to our founding principles and the faith in the idea that anyone from anywhere can write the next great chapter of our story. And that's still true today.
Okay, dear colleagues, I invite you to participate in this presentation, which is basically about how we can implement certain strategies with this kind of population, the immigrant population coming to our schools. Thank you very much for coming, and let's see.